Talking to tweens and teens may sometimes require relearning the alphabet, and emphasize alpha, because Gen Alpha has its own slang, and knowing what some words mean can be a challenge. No cap. How's that? Here to help us break it all down is Kristen Gies. She is a generational enthusiast, international speaker, and a professor. Kristen, welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this is a big deal in helping parents understand what their kids are saying, because I imagine that for a lot of parents, they're just looking at their children saying, what? Say that again? What does that mean? What? So, you know, it's got to be confusing right now.
It's confusing, but it's also one of those things as a parent, you've got to close that communication gap and understand what they're saying and use it as a way for you to communicate with them and understand kind of their self-expression. You may not understand the words, but pay attention to their body language.
Right. Now, because it's not like, in the 60s and 70s when people would say groovy or, you know, some of those words. It's like, this is completely different. And I give this as an example. You're going to test my knowledge on some popular words. Our first word is brain rot. Okay, so my guess would mean like doomsday scrolling, like when you're on social media all the time and just brain rot. But that's just my first thought. What does it actually mean?
It's exactly what it means.
Okay.
It means you've been taking in too much negative content and your brain is literally rotten away.
Okay,
yep.
all
so
right.
You got that right.
I did.
Success.
Okay, but I kind of looked ahead, so I know that some of these, come on. Skibbity Ohio Riz. I'm just giving up right now. I'm not even going to try.
So that's describing someone's character. They're weird. You kind of want to stay away from them. They're an oddball. That's what we would have used in that word.
Yeah.
So just use it as like their character. You need to watch how they hang out, how they carry themselves. It's someone you stay away from.
Is it mean? Is it like, are you insulting somebody by saying that? Is that going to be hurtful to them?
No, because it's just like you're saying they're weird. It's a nicer way to say you're weird.
But that's a lot of words just to say weird. Skibbity Ohio Riz.
It is, but if you're a teacher, would you know what that means to write me up and get me in trouble? Because remember, we're talking about what kids are trying to get away with, right?
Okay, that's fair. All right, okay, and I also have to wonder, where does that come from? What were they thinking? I mean, like Ohio. What?
I feel bad for Ohio. They got 2 points of negative things. Go Texas.
That's a very good point. All right, so our next word is yacht. Yeah, I don't know, but I know that their vibes are immaculate.
Well, it means that they're excited. It's something fun. And I know for us, when you think of that word, think of like if you're on a yacht. I know it doesn't mean that necessarily, but it's a vibe and you'd be excited to be on it. That's kind of how I use their words. I try to think of like the adjective of what I would be doing when I say that word, and then I can understand it a little bit.
And you heard me say immaculate.
I did.
Describing a situation, which is not,
correct, but that's okay. You're following their lead.
Trying to figure it out. All right, so our final word, mewing. I know I just failed this first pop quiz of the year, so please let there be extra credit. But also mewing. I mean, I know what mewling is, but what is mewing?
When you hear that word, I want you to think of a cat. And anytime you see a cat go meow, right? And you think it's cute and cuddly, that's what it is. It looks good. It's something that looks nice. Think of it as a cat call.
Okay, all right. I like that. It's the cat's pajamas. Sort of. Okay, there you go. No. Sorry, Marcus. Okay, this says the ancient lady. All right, speaking of back to school, thank you so much, Kristen Gies, for being with us today. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.